Something bugging you? Come on in. Let's go for a drive.
Well, Alisa Childers, thank you for joining me for another episode of What's Bugging You. Today, I've got something on my mind that's bugging me, and I hope I don't offend you too much. You have history in the Christian music industry, and this goes back further than you, but even your family. Like, your dad was in Love Song,
yes,
the band that was featured on the recent movie Jesus Revolution. So now our students are familiar with who your dad is.
It's funny because I shared that with them earlier today, and I've always given the same talk where I share my story, and usually it's like, oh, it's some old hippie guy who's a singer.
Yeah.
But now, because they've all seen the movie, when I say it's Love Song, they go, oh, your dad is Love Song. It's kind of funny. My dad's almost 80, and like the kids think he's cooler than me.
That's so cool.
I love that.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, so here's the thing. Why Christian worship music? Why is it so cringy? Like, what's up with it in general?
Well, I'm not offended by that, and I might actually be offensive myself a little bit here. So, honestly, this is something I have wrestled with a lot, because I don't want to be a hymn snob.
Right.
There's the hymn snobs out there that are like, unless it's a hymn, oh, there's a deer.
Yes, there is.
Wow. Unless it's a hymn, then it's no good. I'm not like that. I think I have too much of my dad's hippie blood in me, knowing that these guys were singing from their hearts about their experience with Jesus, and every generation is going to have that. But I was in the music industry right around the time when the worship music explosion happened. In fact, at the very tail end of Zoe Girl, we were basically told, if you want to continue, you have to make a worship album. And just from an integrity standpoint, that didn't feel right to me. I take worship too seriously to just do something because it'll be a commercial success. And we were kind of winding down anyway, so we just called it a day. But even as a worship leader, I've led worship. A lot of people don't know this, but I've led worship for the past 10 years as an artist in residence at a church. Ever since COVID, I haven't done it, but so I was in that role, and very frustrated a lot of the time by not all the songs we'd sing. Some of them I really genuinely loved, but I found myself in an existential crisis with a lot of the songs, because a lot of them were so vague. A lot of water metaphors, a lot of songs that you could frankly sing to another person and you wouldn't necessarily know
to your boyfriend,
that it's a worship song, right?
Yeah.
And so I've tried so hard not to be legalistic about it or be a hymn snob, but at the same time, I'm just really hoping and praying that a lot of this, the songs that are being written for the church to sing, will just be raised to a higher theological level. Because when you're, so many times I'll be sitting in a church service, and I want to participate. I don't want to be that person that's just, I don't like this. But at the same time, I'm in an existential crisis trying to make the song fit theologically, and I feel like I'm having to do all these gymnastics. So I think it's really tough. But a lot of the problem, I think, with that is that virtually all of the worship music that's coming into the churches is coming from two places. It's coming from kind of the more hyper-charismatic, New Apostolic Reformation kind of side of things, and then you have the rest of it coming from songwriters in Nashville. And in the Nashville scene, the CCM music industry is by and large progressive. Okay. It's largely progressive. So what you have are people writing songs that they are writing for conservative churches, but they may not be on board with it theologically. So that's why it might feel a little bit disingenuous. This is totally my opinion. I could be wrong. But I just know for a fact that a lot of people writing the songs for churches don't even go to church.
Sure.
And so that's, I think, why it comes off as a little bit fake or generic.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Well, I think you do have some insight into the music world that a lot of us don't have, and we're just sitting back wondering why.
Yeah. And then a lot of the music coming from the other side is not coming from people who are, these people are Christians, but their theology has been a lot more toward the miraculous and toward maybe more of a prosperity approach. And so a lot of the lyrics kind of, even if you don't realize it, they're coming from that direction. So there's just not a lot of music out there. There is some, the Gettys are great, there's some really good stuff out there, but not a lot of it is just like, hey, we're going to extol the nature and character of God right now and sing about that rather than sing about how we feel when we worship or the experience we're going to get out of it. And that's what I'd love to see more of.
Yeah, and this really bleeds over into other forms of art as well that we tend to see Well, the people that are producing beautiful art or beautiful music, the theology is not there. And those who are producing something, whether you call it art or not, that's theologically sound, is missing out on the beauty aspect.
Yeah, that does seem,
And that's-
that is a problem.
I think so. I know one of the things with our students, especially the artists, I guess we could trace some ideas back through history. Where did this separation come into play?
Yeah.
But certainly the artists have been, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like
art used to be about magnifying beauty.
Right.
And then it became.
So it's demonstrating what is true in the best way that we possibly could.
Right.
And that's where truth and beauty comes together, which I think Christianity has never separated the two as a worldview.
Right.
Christianity has not. Christians,
Some Christians have.
because we maybe err, we say, okay, that's too feelings oriented, so we have to stick over here. But now we've actually missed something. We've missed something about what it is to be human and to be made in God's image and being creative. And those that have been dismissed say, okay, well, we'll make beautiful music, but they're not theologically grounded. But it sounds like maybe this has played itself out in the music world too. And
it has. I do think, though, I perceive a change coming. I think there are a lot of people that are recognizing that and trying to fill the gap of that, and hopefully we'll see a little bit of a turning of the tide. But I just think we have a generation that's really their whole this is very loud.
we'll pass our little brother on the.
Yeah. So you have a whole generation that approaches worship because they actually think what they're supposed to be doing is having an experience rather than actually worshiping God.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see the church reclaim that.
So this actually ties back into progressive Christianity and the book that you've written. What is worship even? Is it about me? What is Christianity? Is it about me? What is life? Is it about me or is it about God?
Yeah, and that's just fundamentally the two different authorities. Where you have in progressive Christianity, the authority is essentially the self, and in historic Christianity, it's God and His revealed Word.
Yeah.
And that's just that's the divide.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, I think that was insightful. Thank you for leaving your wisdom to us in this way. I appreciate it. All right, where can our viewers find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
Well, they can go to my website, AlisaChilders.com. I've got the Alisa Childers podcast, and that's also on YouTube. And I'm actually coming out with a book in January called The Deconstruction of Christianity. It's about the deconstruction movement, so I'm looking forward to that coming out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excited to read it. Okay. Thank you for your time, and Roscoe, he thanks you also.
Thank you, Roscoe. Very nice. Very nice. I'll be honest with you, it is an existential crisis. Oh, my phone is ringing. It's my daughter.
You should answer it. We can start this over.
Okay. Hey, hun.
Yes.
Like lyrically or musically?
Like the music, it's all the same. It's all the same music and very generic lyrics. We need something new.
Okay.
Do you think your mom sang anything new?
Wait, I didn't hear you.
Do you think your mom sang anything new? Like did she contribute to Christian worship music in a good way or in a bad way?
I don't know. I've never heard one of her songs other than
Okay.
All right then.
Zoe Girl. I haven't heard one of her songs yet.
Oh, you heard Dismissed from Zoe Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is different, and I will say that is like cool compared to the Christian music we have now.
Okay, but when you watched my old videos, especially the I Believe video, on the cringe meter, did you cringe from 0 to 10? What's the level of cringe?
Like 17.
Oh my goodness.
Me too, daughter. Me too.
And then the video on YouTube, it's like a live video. It's it wasn't a music video, but it was some video of you guys dancing or whatever at this one place when you guys were doing a show or something.
Oh, ugh.
It was really weird.
Oh. Sorry about.
I tried watching it with you. You wouldn't though.
I wouldn't.
She wouldn't even watch herself? Do you think your mom's a good dancer?
She was.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about now?
Come on, I can bust a move.
I don't really want to know.
Oh, I love it.
She hasn't trained you
No.
in her ways? Okay.
She's her
If I
own
tried
person.
To dance, if I tried to dance, it would probably look like a praying mantis having a seizure.
Oh man.
That's a great image.
Yeah.
So Dylan, praying mantis having a seizure probably looks like. How's that? That was good for you?